Hi, I'm Rita. I'm here to teach you Class 3, Semester 2. Maths, English, English. 5. A ghostly ride. 5. A ghostly ride. Do you believe in ghosts? Here the author describes his own experience with two ghostly children. Read and enjoy. At that time, I was living in a village. It was at a distance of 5 kilometers from Shahganj, a place in East Uttar Pradesh. I went into Shahganj almost every day, collected my letters, bought a newspaper, drank a cup of tea, and talked to the shopkeeper. My means of transport was a bicycle. Of course, there were other means of transport like bullock carts and donga. But I preferred my bicycle. After finishing all my tasks there, I cycled back to the village at about 6 in the evening, along a quite lonely forest road. During the winter months, it was dark by 6, and I would have to use a lamp on the bicycle. One evening, when I covered about half the distance, I was stopped by a small boy. The forest, at that late hour, was no place for a child. Wolves, hyenas, and some other wild animals were common in the district. I got off my bicycle and went near the boy, but he did not take much notice of me. "What are you doing here alone?" I asked. "I'm waiting," he said without looking at me. "Waiting for whom? Your parents?" I said. "No, I'm waiting for my sister." "Well, I haven't passed on the road. You had better come with me. We will soon find her," I said. The boy nodded and climbed silently onto the crossbar in front of me. He kept his face turned away from me. It was cold, but the boy did not seem to feel it. We had not gone far when the light from my lamp fell on another child on the road. This time it was a girl. She was a little older than the boy, and her hair was long and hid most of her face. "Here's your sister," I said. "Let's take her along with us." The girl looked at me seriously, climbed up on my bag carrier, and we set off again. They answered very briefly when I asked them some questions. The road was level, but I felt as though I was cycling up a hill. Though it was cold, I began to feel hot and breathless. "I think we'd better take a rest," I suggested. "No," cried the boy and girl together. "No rest." Soon I noticed that the boy's head was very close to my face. The girl's breathing was loud and heavy. The boy's hands had grown long and black and hairy. My hands shook and the bicycles wobbled. "Be careful," shouted the children. Their voice was harsh, loud, and rough. I looked over my shoulder and was shocked. The girl's face was now puffed up and big. The legs, black and hairy, were trailing on the ground. "Stop!" ordered the children. "Stop near the stream." But before I could do anything, the bicycle hit a stone and toppled over. As I fell down, I felt something hard hit me on the back of the head, and there was total darkness. When I woke up, I noticed that the moon had risen and was sparkling on the waters of a stream. The children were not there. I got up from the ground and began to brush the dust from my clothes. And then, hearing the sound of splashing in the stream, I looked up again. Two small black buffaloes gazed at me from the muddy, moonlit water, adapted from a story by Ruskin Bond.